Hey guys, it's Renee. So for a while now I've been wanting to start making, decorating cakes and making more cupcakes, but I realized I don't have a recipe tutorial for that. So anytime, this is my go-to recipe, by the way. This is what I most of the times use. This is from scratch and I found this online. I'm going to put the link to the original recipe on my blog, which is going to be below. This is honestly one of my favorite recipes out there. I've tried a lot of recipes, but they're always missing something, or just too dry, or too this, too that. So after I tried this one, I honestly haven't tried any other one. It only takes a few ingredients and I'm going to just go ahead and show you what those are. You're going to be using cake flour. This is important for you to use cake flour because it makes a huge difference. If you don't have access to it, try to buy it online or something. The first time I made this one, I thought, it's gonna be the same. So I used all-purpose flour, and then the next time I did it, I used cake flour, and believe me, the difference was amazing. It was much fluffier, it was just better consistency, flavor was better, everything was better. So just use cake flour, and I used 1 cup and 1/4 of a cup of cake flour. Then in here I have 1 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then in here I have 2 eggs, they are at room temperature now. Then 3/4 cup of sugar, and I'm using just standard sugar. Then 1 1/2 teaspoon of extract. You can use any flavor that you like, but I just like the flavor that vanilla gives to me, so I'm using vanilla extract. 1/2 cup of oil. Now you can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil, and then I'm going to be using 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Now at the beginning, the first time that I tried this recipe, I thought buttermilk was butter and milk together. No, it's not. Turns out buttermilk is the mixture between milk and some kind of acid, which is 1/2 cup of milk mixed with 1/2 teaspoon of, could be vinegar, could be lemon, milk and vinegar. For this one, stir it for a while and then leave it alone for 5 minutes. So this is all the ingredients we're going to be using. So once you have all your ingredients ready, you want to start preheating your oven, and then we're going to be working on with the next step, which is I'm going to be using an 8-inch cake pan, but since I don't like to add any extra fat in the surface, a lot of people use butter and flour to just kind of make the cake come out faster. But what I do, it's actually put a piece of wax paper. By doing this, I kind of go around, mark my way real quick. There you can see the mark, and then I'm just going to cut, and I just go to the side that is smooth and put it on the top. Push it a lot. If you have extra space, it's okay. So now you are going to put here your cake batter. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is, this is my cake flour, remember, and this is my baking soda, baking powder, and salt. So I'm just going to put them in there, and I'm just going to stir this with my whisk. Now, one thing that the original recipe doesn't say, but I like to do it anyways, is sift all these things, because sometimes, especially my baking soda, is kind of hard. So I'm just going to sift it. Alright, so I have my mixer here and my bowl here. I'm going to just start mixing my eggs. 10 to 20 seconds at high speed. Then I'm going to be adding my sugar, and I'm going to just keep on beating at medium speed. Last time I said high speed, is medium speed, sorry about that, for about 30 seconds or so. At this point, this looks like this, I don't know if you can see. Then I'm going to be adding my vanilla extract. I'm going to be adding my oil, and then I'm going to keep on mixing until everything is just incorporated. Okay, then this is ready. Next time I beat I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be low speed, and I'm going to add half of my mixture of dry ingredients, just half of it right now, and half of my milk. And then mix low speed. Don't forget to scrape down the sides and don't overbeat this recipe, because part of the reason you're using cake flour is because it's fluffy, and if you overbeat it, it's going to be like super dense batter, and that's completely the opposite point of using cake flour. Then I'm going to be adding the rest of my flour. Get it on there, and then add the rest of your milk, and just beat it until everything is just incorporated. Do not overbeat it. Scraping down the sides again. This time I'm going to just mix it with my spatula. I'm not going to go anymore with the mixer because I don't want it to be overbeaten. Just until everything is just, I can't see anything. I can see a bit of sugar there actually. This is why you should always scrape down the sides, because a lot of the times you're going to find out that a lot of the things are stuck in the bottom of the bowl. This is what your batter should look like. Just like that. Okay? And then I'm going to just go ahead and pour it in my pan who has the parchment paper that we added before. And then you're going to be baking it. Should be 20 minutes to half an hour for it to bake it. Should be ready when you insert a toothpick in the middle and comes clean. So let's go ahead and put this baby on there. I'm just going to set my alarm for, let's put it 28 minutes. And then just because I want to know how exactly it's been there, I'm just going to put start. So it should tell me when it started and how much is left. And what I usually do at minute 13 or 14 or 15 sometimes, I just go ahead and switch my cake, like put it, the front to the back and the back to the front, so it bakes evenly. That helps. Alright, this is what it looks like. It's been on the oven for about 28 or 30 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's done, and it's so easy. It smells amazing. The whole house smells amazing. I wish you could smell this. I wish smells could be transferred, through the internet. It's so easy to make. I'm going to put all the ingredients on my blog, which is going to be below. Stay tuned for more cake decorating things, and stay tuned for homemade buttercream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next Friday. Okay guys, I thought I would show you how I do this. I take a knife, kind of separate it from the sides, and then I go like this, just kind of making sure everything is not sticky anymore. Once I do that, I just put my hand in it, turn it, put it upside down, then it should come right off. And I just remove this wax paper carefully. And if I'm not using it right away, what I do is I keep them in one of those things. I just put one napkin here, and then another napkin, but right here laying on the bottom of the cake. Then place it here, and then cover it, just to use it later. Nothing happens to it, and that's pretty much what I do if I'm not going to be using it right away.